Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the FIFA Flow podcast, guys. Welcome to season 3, episode 52 of the podcast, guys. Today, guys, we got a big podcast episode. Just look at how many tabs we have open for Twitter. There's some behind the camera, you can kind of see just above the camera, and then of course we got three games I want to talk about as well. But my goodness, the amount of Twitter news we have, guys. We're gonna have a lot of football news to talk about regarding transfers, rumors, and all that stuff, guys. We're gonna be talking about two games as well that happened over the past 2 weeks. There's more we can talk about, such as Croatia versus Netherlands, Spain versus Italy, and then also Italy versus Netherlands for the Nations League bronze final, and then also we're gonna be talking about the Croatia versus Spain final, and then also the Champions League final from 2 weeks ago, guys. News from 2 weeks ago. We're talking about, guys. I'm very sorry for not uploading for quite a while now. For 2 weeks, guys. Graduation parties, graduation ceremonies for grade 12, and all these final tests and stuff. Like, it's crazy out here. It's crazy. I've just been so tired. But 2 more days of school, man. I have like one. I have like a lab for chemistry I have to finish for Friday or maybe tomorrow, and then I have like an essay for another class. And other than those two assignments, I'm pretty much it. So I have two assignments left in the next 2 days, and then we are living life, boys. We're living life. Gonna be playing footy all summer, guys. It's gonna be insane. Maybe I'll do some, I don't know, some videos, IRL footy videos, taking some like long shot crossbar challenge. The challenge, I don't know, where you shoot from, like, you have to get it hit the back of the net before it hits the ground before a certain point. Something like that. Maybe like the Chris MD type videos, like the best goals ever. Maybe I'll do like a goal, like a video, like my best goals over the past month. Like in June, my best goals of June and stuff, or of July, But like, I don't know. So we're gonna be doing some IRL football content for sure when I have more free time to do some podcasting. Not don't have to worry about school. IRL football videos. I don't know. Maybe some. We're gonna be doing some footy tic tac toe over the summer, as I mentioned before. I'm hoping to get a guest on maybe every 2 weeks. We're gonna do a video and get like a new guest on. Like, it's gonna be 10-15 minute videos doing like a best of 3 footy tic tac toe versus someone else, and test our ball knowledge and stuff like that. And then, I don't know, maybe some other type of football mini games, like similar to footy tic tac toe. Guess the team in a certain year, in a certain game. Like, guess the Champions League 2010 Inter Milan team, something like that. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, hoping every week we do one of those types of videos with a new guest. Like, trying to get some new guests on the podcast as well. Either like maybe some other people. I know there's people who I watch, and I enjoy their entertaining people to get my football news from. Sometimes I listen to their thoughts on football on TikTok. One of them, I think, what's his name? Verified Juju, I think that's his name. He has like a Pele for his TikTok like profile picture. Nabuto, I think that's his name. There's gonna be the box to box show. Of course, Fabrizio Romano, the best source out there. And then also Have Hope Football podcast. Have Hope Football Hut. HH, as I like to call him by his nickname, everyone calls him. But yeah, those are like 5 of my favorite, I guess, online social media, like other people analyzers, football analyzers, that I like to watch. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe those smaller ones, like, I'll get on the podcast. Maybe we can do like a collaboration, get some more people on, and then also some of my friends as well, like a 10-15 minute video, as I mentioned, of a footy tic tac toe to test our ball knowledge. But guys, let's get into it. A lot of football news to talk about today. We're going to be going over, giving my thoughts, analyzing these transfers and rumors and all that type of stuff. But before we get into those, let's talk about, of course, some of the older stuff. First of, regarding the Champions League and the effect it has not only on Man City but also on PSG, because I really do think it has an effect also on the Ballon d'Or winner as well, regarding Erling Haaland versus Lionel Messi. Guys, let's start off with the Man City game. Man, what a horrendous game this was. This was the day, like, it was at 12 o'clock, and then I had to get on a limo through at 3 p.m. This game was at 12 p.m. So I was like, okay, let's watch the game. And then, man, it was so boring later on, because I was like, who cares if I don't watch this game? Because after watching the first 3/4, 3/3, or first 2/3 of the game, or like 3/4 of the game, man, holy, how disgustingly boring that game was. Man, both teams sloppy. Both teams, like, I thought Man City was gonna dominate. It was either Man City dominates or Inter come up and, like, they just show They show the heritage football. It was either those two options. I did not imagine both teams to equally be so sloppy that it was still somehow entertaining because both teams were equally sloppy. Both teams missing easy chances, missing clear chances which they could have got in with better communication within the team, better chemistry within the team, clear, better movement, better, I guess, analysis around the pitch, seeing where a player is. And so, one guy I'm I'm aiming towards Romelu Lukaku, guys. Lukaku, man. This guy, the brick, man. Him, even Lautaro Martinez, man. The Brick Academy. Those two Brick Academy strikers. Brick Academy FC has just signed two new strikers. Lautaro Martinez and also Romelu Lukaku, man. Two bricks. The brickest players of football I've ever seen, man. They cannot turn, they cannot play, they cannot shoot a ball, man. They cannot shoot a ball. They couldn't make any worse mistakes, any worse positioning on the field. Gonna be honest, go straight there. Both, no, other than not just those two, man. Overall, both teams sloppy, especially in that first half. I think in the second half, of course, Man City dominated that second half for sure. But at least maybe not dominates, because I think Inter was still pretty decent at even defending that. You take a look at the stats here: 14 shots from Inter Milan versus 7, 6 on target versus 4. For Man City, we're going to talk about the defense on both teams, especially regarding Ederson. I want to talk about, but overall, like I wouldn't say dominate, but I think both teams have, for how both teams are so sloppy that like half of these shots here, I'm telling you guys, half of these shots were because of how sloppy Man City were in the defense. And honestly, if Inter weren't sloppy either, these shots would be going in, man. These shots would clearly be going in. We're going to talk about some of the shots. Yeah, the first half, man, just brick everywhere. Brick left, right, and center. Slop left, right, and center, man. Terrible. I mean, Edin Dzeko, man, he was pretty decent. Ederson, man, I want to talk about Ederson personally. For me, my man of the match right there. I mean, Gundogan as well. He was really good. Rodri, man, him in that CDM role, a leader, box to box, defensively, even in the attack, he got that winning goal, of course. But Ederson, man, I think, as I said, both teams were equally sloppy. So I was like, bro, what is this? Is it this? If what either one of these teams had this performance against Madrid last year, against Bayern the year before, against who won the year before that? No, wait, no, against no. Honestly, that Chelsea team also really didn't deserve to win. That team that year was also that was COVID tax. This year was World Cup tax. World Cup tax. That year was COVID tax with no fans. So you had, if this either one of these teams were in the final against that Madrid team last year, that Bayern team who won in 2020, the Liverpool team in 2019, especially, that team was a beast, bro. That Liverpool team with Trent, prime Trent in that midfield, like going up in those crosses, prime VVD, man. VVD, he turned into prime Maldini. He mutated into prime Maldini, and then like, bro, that team was pretty good. You had prime Henderson, man, prime Henderson, Hendo, of course. Like that team, prime Salah, and then the Madrid teams, of course, before that were just, Madrid in general are just unstoppable. But if you go back to those, if either one of these teams were to verse any other previous UCL winner team in the past 8 years, I would say yeah, definitely 8 years. All those Madrid teams, Liverpool team is up there for sure. That Bayern team. I mean, no, actually, the Bayern one was during COVID. I don't know. Was the Chelsea game during COVID as well? I think like fans started to come back, but I'm still gonna give some COVID tax to that as well. I'm pretty sure that was during COVID. Yeah, I think it was during COVID, so I'm gonna give COVID tax there as well. Like, you go back to all the past teams in the past decade, except for Chelsea, because of COVID tax, and neither one of these teams are gonna be coming close to trying, like, putting some pressure towards those teams, because man, these teams are so bad, so bad. Man City has had clearer games for sure. They've had way better performances. They were underperforming a lot. It did look like they were definitely destroying Inter in that second half, but they were underperforming a lot. Ederson, man, he made some immaculate, amazing saves. Ederson, bro. It's not just that, like, oh, like, there's simple saves and Inter were sloppy. Inter had clear on clear chances, man. Romelu Lukaku, it's headed in, it's sloppy. It's a Brozovic, or like, I don't know who it was. headers it over, and then I think it was DeMarco who tries to header it. It was like a chip header over Ederson, hits the bar. Ederson in the middle of the net, inside the net, on the ground. Ruben Dias on the right side here on the line waiting, and then it's DeMarco who gets the rebound from his initial header, which was like a chip header, hit the bar, gets the rebound again, and Lukaku, bro, he's standing there like a brick, bro, who can't get out of the way. You can't move him. He's a heavy brick there, standing there, and the header goes right back from DeMarco in like a clear, could have clearly went to the net, but hits Romelu Lukaku, man. I mean, Ruben Dias was on the line, of course, but I mean, you never know, man, because Ruben Dias was also a bit like, yeah, he was a bit shaky, like in that moment as well. You can definitely tell, like, oh, what's going on? Let me move here quickly before they score. He was a bit shaky, so that still could have gone in, and most likely that ball would have hit the grass like outside of the net before going into the net as well. I think Ruben Dias was ready for that ball to go straight into the net from the directly from the header. But I feel like if I remember correctly, even if you look at the trajectory, if Romelu Lukaku wasn't there, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Ruben Dias would have blocked that." But I personally think with the stance that Ruben Dias was in, he wasn't. He was a bit shaky. He was waiting, like, "Oh, what's going on? Let me come back to defend." Even if he was to do that, I think that direction, the direction, the overall movement of the ball from that second header from DeMarco before it hit Lukaku, like that the director the motion of the ball would hit the grass like outside the line, and then it would rebound over Ruben Dias' leg or like through his leg or something like that, and would still count as a goal. So I think, man, Lukaku, bro, saved Man City there. And then even later on in the game, bro, like later on in the game, bro, he had a clear opportunity yet again. I think it was DeMarco, bro. Oh, no, it wasn't DeMarco. What's his name? Guzins, guys. Guzins. In Persian, if you know, you know. Robin Guzins, the German left wing back. I think he's on loan from another Italian club. But anyways, yeah, he was there. He crosses it in, and is Lukaku, who's heading it straight into Ederson, bro. Straight. He's like, he doesn't even try to go near post, like to the left of Ederson. He doesn't try to go far post to the opposite side of Ederson. Goes straight into the middle towards Ederson, bro. I don't know what he was doing. He's just standing there. He's like, he hits it. He's like straight aiming it towards Ederson. As I mentioned, Lautaro Brick Martinez, man, this brick. Everyone thought he was gonna be top goal scorer in the World Cup, bro. This guy bricked out, bro. I don't know what he turned into. He turned into freaking, yeah, something. I don't know, but like it was bad. It was bad. And then, give me a moment. And then, guys, on top of that, guys, yeah, Lautaro, bro, he had a clear opportunity. Now, although Romelu Lukaku was asking for the ball because he was open here, there was two players on him. Maybe he would have gotten a slight touch to get into the back of the net. I think either way, man, Lautaro, like, yes, you could argue that, oh, Lukaku was marked in that moment, but Lautaro, man, you can't shoot from that angle. You hit it right into Ederson's face, man. Go around him, take a touch around. You see Ederson coming towards you and sliding backwards to block the all angles. Just ball roll, like a touch around him, back out to the top of the box or like up here, and then shoot it clear. Go around Ederson, man. That simple. Don't shoot it, bro. You can clearly see he's coming right to you, trying to slide tackle you out, or like make himself big. Like, just go around him, run around him, and then get it in. Like, I don't understand. Lautaro, man, that brick. Both teams brick academy, bro, from both sides. As I said, in the second half, I think Man City dominated in terms of possession. Inter had their chances in the second half for sure, but just wasn't enough to beat that Man City team. As I said, Inter had those chances in the second half, sloppy chances, easy chances that should be going in, but brick Inter, man, no heritage. At least the heritage wasn't enough this game. They couldn't bring it all. But yeah, that was, man. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It was a brick match. It was a terrible match, sloppy match. Guys, we go on to Croatia versus Spain yet again. I'm gonna say a pretty maybe not sloppy. I think in that first half, I think both teams were pretty equal. I think they could have done better for sure. Kramacic, is that his name? Kramacic, yes. I think he plays for somewhere in Frankfurt or in Bundesliga. One of the Bundesliga teams for sure. But yeah, he had a clear chance in the first half and unfortunately missed. Great save, great block by what's his name? Is it Aymeric Laporte? Yeah, Aymeric Laporte. I just had to make sure his first name, Aymeric Laporte or Laporte, however you say. The French used to be French, or now he's Spanish. I don't know however you pronounce it. Great block by him. Kramicic, man, he should have scored that. I think he kind of the ball was kind of bouncing in the air. I think he should have controlled it a bit better. But honestly, there was kind of two people on him. It was like Laporte and also Fabian Ruiz with Jordi Alba. So kind of three people around him. He had to get quickly ahead of all of them, so he didn't really have the time to control the ball and then get a shot on net. So unlucky there. As I said, great save by Aymeric Laporte. But yeah, as I said in the first half, pretty meh by both teams. Like Croatia didn't have anything huge. Same with Spain. But definitely in that second half, as you can clearly tell, even Spain, you can like anyone can say Spain was dominating that second half with Jordi Alba going down those flanks, crossing it into the box. Marco Asensio with a clear, easy header. If that's a true number 9, like a Karim Benzema, like a Erling Haaland, someone like a Romelu, actually no, not a Romelu Lukaku. Get that brick out of here. But if it's someone like a Karim Benzema, yeah, if it's someone like a Karim Benzema, Harry Kane, a Erling Haaland, that is for sure, or Osimhen even. That's a clear header, a clear good header, because I guess their heading ability is definitely miles clear because of their physicality, their height and stuff. But Asensio, man, he's just not that guy who can head the ball into the net. He's more of a guy who's good on the ball, good at creating chances. And as a PSG player, I mean, as a PSG fan, it's going to be good to have him in the team. I think we need that. We're going to talk about him later on. But yeah, as I said, in that second half, Spain were the dominating team for sure. Just the passes, the tiki-taka, both teams very similar in the play style of controlling the ball. I mean, Croatia, they're really good at that. Going to extra time, whereas even from both sides, Spain, of course, dominating yet again in extra time as well. And unlucky, man. Unlucky for Croatia, losing in penalties, man. I really wanted Croatia to win. Luka Modric, man, you really have to feel for that guy. He deserves it. The Croatia glory year in 2018, going to the World Cup final, no one expected, and then they lose to France. In 2023, even making the third place is crazy. Third place in the World Cup final in 2023, that was pretty surprising. Um, Losing in the semifinals to Argentina and then beating, who was it? Was it Netherlands? No, it wasn't Netherlands. It was Morocco getting third place and then losing and then losing the Nations League final. Like, man, I think Modric will. I mean, he's 38. Is he 37? I think he's almost 38 now. Modric age September 9th, bro. So upcoming this September, he's gonna be turning 38. I don't know. I mean, when's the next Nations League? Next year, Euros. That's upcoming Euros. I mean, now Nations League is in like a 2-3 more years, but I think Euros is upcoming next year. I think he's gonna for sure participate in that. But by the time 2026, bro, next World Cup 2026, that's gonna be in 3 years, guys. 3 years. How old is Modric gonna be? 41 years old if you want. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But Euros for sure, and hopefully Croatia can show something big. You gotta respect, man. I feel like they definitely are up there. I would say that in the past decade, like Spain, France, I wouldn't say Brazil. I think Spain, France, Portugal, Argentina, and Croatia. With Spain, France, Portugal, Brazil, Argentina, and Croatia are like my top 6 nations in the past decade, man, for sure. Germany, I think Germany has to be up there. I think they kind of fell off. As I said, Brazil kind of fell off as well. I mean, Portugal won the Euros, and then also what is the other one? They won the Nations League in when is it? 2018, Euros in 2016. Not 2018. 2018 was World Cup. My bad. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. Croatia, man, you gotta feel bad for them. The glory they had, their glory. I think they such an underrated team. And you know what's even weird? I saw TikTok the other day. After Croatia lost the game, and they're like, "Oh, Croatia, they're smiling, winning the World Cup for getting third place." And then someone in the comments said, "Oh, France who are not even taking a team photo for getting second in the World Cup." To be fair, guys, I would take third place over second because each game, a game for third place is different than the game for second. And the game for second, if you won that game, you would have gotten first. So you're coming closer. You're either getting first or second. And yes, second is a huge achievement still. But I mean, when you're in the semi-final, and you lose, you know, oh, I lost. I'm gonna be going to play in another game for third place. You know, at that point, oh, it's over. We're in the top four. Let's go for a medal. Let's achieve this. Our highest achievement is a medal. But in second place, your lowest achievement is second place. That's still better than third place. In Croatia, we're celebrating third place. France wasn't even taking a team photo for second place. But what I'm trying to say here is, like, you're so close. You're one match to win that World Cup final, to win that first place, but you get second place. But when you're in the third place game, you already know, oh, it's third place. Okay, let's just have fun. Let's have fun. Play our normal football. Let's get this third place medal. Like, I think because you're so close, you're in that match to get third place, like to get that first place, so close to glory, so close yet so far, so close to glory. But when you're in that third one, you're like, oh, okay, we can't win the World Cup. Let's win third. Let's get a medal at least. The least we can do is get a medal. It's still something, so that's still something to be proud of. Of course, second place is also something to be proud of in the World Cup, but you're so close to even more glory, like it's gonna be more depressing than getting third place, because third place you knew like a few days prior in the World Cup final, like you have that all that pressure. But yeah, those are the two games, guys. Let's go over football news, and then also ended off with a footy tic-tac-toe like usual to test out our ball knowledge. Ilkay Gundogan to Barcelona. Here we go. Final approval arrived on the club side to register him as a new signing. Green light from the player. It's done deal. Signed few minutes ago. Gundogan has agreed 2-year valid until June 2025 with an option for further year. I think it's a great deal. Pep Guardiola's first signing when he joined Man City back in, when is it, 2015 or 2016? I think 2015. I've been here for 7 or 8 years now. I mean, first signing, and he came out as a leader, treble winning leader. I mean, I just remembered we didn't talk about the effect of the Man City winning that treble. But I mean, we'll leave it for another time. I want to talk about this football news. We have a lot to talk about. As I said, treble winning. He's a big game player, especially towards the end of the season. You saw it last year against, who was it? Against Aston Villa. This year as well. Against in what's his name? Against United in the FA Cup final. I mean, Ilkay Gundogan, man, a leader, a captain. He's like he turns into prime R9 in the big game. So I think he's gonna really help out that midfield for Barcelona. Him, Pedri, De Jong, Frankessia. I think that's going to be a great midfield setup, great midfield choices and options for Xavi to work with for sure. I think this is a great signing. This is a player that PSG need, a leader, someone who can play in the team, who has that who can connect the team together. We need that type of player. I think right now it's Verratti for us. But I think Gundogan, like to get to get several of them. It's not just about one player having that connection and links within the team, but it needs to be all the players for sure. Understand Manchester United will bid again for Mason Mount. Personal terms are 100% agreed and sealed. Mason plans not to sign a new deal with Chelsea. Man United wants quick resolution and won't make crazy bids. Chelsea are now flexible with £60 million to £65 million, enough to get it done. So I think that's still pretty. That's still a lot, man. I mean, 45 plus add-ons, 10 million if he wins Ballon d'Or 3 years in a row. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I think a deal something like this is pretty decent. So if I think like a 40, I wouldn't pay more than 60 million for Mason Mount. 50 million max for me. I think, like as this guy says, a 40 million, 45 million, and then plus some add-ons like a 10 million or 15 million dollar add-on depending on his achievements he makes at United. I mean, we see this. So basically, if you don't know what an add-on is, it's basically you see like similar to Antoine Griezmann. I think it was that earlier this season where Atletico Madrid were not letting Griezmann play after like play for a certain amount of minutes during each game. He only got subbed on after the 60th minute. That's because if he was to get like more than a certain amount of minutes per game, they would have to pay Barcelona because of a release clause, or not a release clause, because of an add-on that Barcelona included. So same thing here, 45 million and then plus like a 15 million add-on. So if he scores like 20 goals in the next season, then Chelsea will get some more money for sure. I think that's a good deal. I wouldn't pay more than 50 million for Mason Mount, guys. 10 merchant. Of course, PSG want to yeah. So over here, exclusive Paris Saint-Germain buyback clause for Xavi Simons is just 6 million. It can be activated in July from the 1st of July to the 31st. The final decision is only up to the player. He's waiting to hear from PSG. United, Arsenal, Brighton, Spurs, Dortmund, and Leipzig asked to be informed. Of course, PSG want to activate buyback for Xavi Simons. It's just 6 million as revealed today, and would be crazy not to do that. But it's the player who, but it's the player, but it's the player, the only one who can decide. Approve his future. It will depend on guarantees and projects. So yeah, as I said, man, Xavi Simons, he was a Barca academy player from La Masia, and then we signed him, and I think he's a great player for us. He had an excellent, one of his best seasons, not only for his career, even in the Eredivisie league. He was probably a top player, top 10 players, even higher up. I don't watch the Eredivisie, so it could be higher up in top 5, top 3 players. He was a crazy player this season. As I said, not only for his career, but even in the Eredivisie compared to the other players who are more experienced than him as well. So he had a great season with PSV, not PSG. So I mean, I think as a PSG player, PSG fan, I think we 100% should. That's definitely 6 million to buy him back from his loan is 100% worth it. It's just up to Xavi Simons. So hopefully we can make a good team. Buy players like Bernardo Silva to fix up that midfield. He has like buy some other supporting players, not only in the defense to help our terrible defense from this season, but also in the attack as well and in the midfield as well. Xavi Simons, great. We need him back, man. I would love him back. Newcastle are on the verge of reaching full agreement with Sandro Tonali on personal terms as salary proposal is really huge. Contract until June 2029 for 8 million net plus 2 million add-ons salary per year. Milan and Newcastle are still discussing structure of deal slash add-ons. I think this is a great deal. Sandro Tonali has been a top CDM, a top midfielder, not only for Milan, even in the Serie A. He's been a top midfielder the past 2-3 seasons, showing his experience, his skills in that defensive role. Great player for AC Milan. I don't know how AC Milan are going to recover from this because they lost one CDM last year, Frank Kessie, and now losing Sandro Tonali. They're going to have to get a backup for sure. But I think for Newcastle, this is a huge deal. For Eddie Howe, him and Bruno Guimaraes in the middle will be, and Joelinton, bro, that's going to be a really nice, beauty midfield, guys. Sandro Tonali is that holding DM, and then you got like Joelinton as that more attacking midfielder, and then you got Bruno Guimaraes as that box to box midfielder. That's going to be a nice midfield. I'd love to watch that Newcastle team next season. If Sandro Tonali also goes there, it's going to make that entertaining even better in that midfield, running that midfield engine. It's going to be great. I think he's a great CDM. His experience, skill, he's showing his skill as a young player. I think he's like 24, 23 years old. So I think this is a great deal for that midfield, as I just mentioned, for Newcastle. We go on to the next one. Key point on Kim Min-jae deal. Nothing will be finalized until Kim completes the military service in South Korea. Damn, he still has to complete military service. Damn, that is pretty crazy. I mean, no wonder why he's so good, man. He knows how to be a leader in that back line. I mean, no wonder. So, Bayern have almost agreed personal terms with Kim Min-jae and his agents on deal until 2028. Called last week. Still nothing signed or Klaus triggered. Patience, of course. I mean, yeah, that's pretty crazy. I never knew he actually still went to the military in South Korea. That is pretty interesting. I never knew that. I do find that pretty interesting. But I mean, yeah, as I said, no wonder he's a leader. He's a physical, great player in the defense. He communicates well, and of course, big teams will want him after his performance this season. So for sure. Of course, guys, we come here into the Saudi League Revolution. The Saudi League Revolution, guys. Benzema already there. Cristiano Ronaldo already there, guys. And then N'Golo Kante. We got Romelu Lukaku. News. Here we go. We got Kalidou Koulibaly. Here we go. We got what's his name? We got Hakim Ziyech. Deal done already. Here we go to Al Hilal, or no, Al Ittihad. We got, oh no, I think it was Al Nasser actually with Ronaldo. Hakim Ziyech to Al Nasser. We got Edouard Mendy from Chelsea to linked to another Saudi League Revolution football team. Here we go, guys. A bunch of Saudi League football revolution, guys. It is crazy. A bunch of here we goes for the Saudi League. A bunch of news, a bunch of stuff going on there. I mean, Ronaldo said himself, man. If they economically, if they not even economically, if they just like if the Saudi teams, if they kind of get the right players and stuff, get big players who want to join the club, join the league as well, it soon could become a top 5 league for sure. Definitely for sure. So it's crazy, guys. It's crazy. I think Kalidou Koulibaly to Al Hilal would be pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean the Revolution 40 million. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's getting to a point. It's a bit out of hand, man. It's a bit out of hand, man. It is a bit out of hand, but as they say, guys, Ronaldo goes there, Ronaldo leaves Europe, and Europe follows. But yeah, as I said, it's a bit out of hand, man. I think these players are not going. I'm not gonna say they're going because they're finished, like because of Benzema going there, Ronaldo going there. They're still top players. I have nothing. I don't think any of these players are finished. I think Ronaldo, for his age, is still one of the best strikers in the world. For sure, definitely top 5, top 10 strikers currently in the world. Benzema, I think he's up there for sure. Kalidou Koulibaly, I think he had injury tax this season, so I think he had more time. He would for sure be in the top center back this season. Edouard Mendy injury, his hand injury, N'Golo Kante injury of course as well. I mean they're all getting pretty old as well, so I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say finish tax. I'm not gonna say injury tax. I think a lot of this is definitely gonna have to be with the money for sure. Oil money, man. Going for the oil money. I understand there are no changes at this stage on Romelu Lukaku's position. He has no intention to join Saudi clubs, as he already communicated on Monday. Both Saudi clubs and Chelsea insist to convince Romelu, but nothing changed on player side as of today. Of course, man. Of course, Chelsea want to sell to Saudi instead of selling to Inter because they want that Saudi money, man. They want that oil money. They want more of that money. Of course. Understand, Saudi clubs are prepared to pay 40 million in installments to Arsenal for Thomas Partey. He's a concrete option for Saudi. His exit is possible as revealed on Sunday. No decision yet on player side. He is also has approaches from Europe. No new deal talks at Arsenal. I think honestly maybe AC Milan, they're losing Sandro Tonali. They lost Frank Kessie last season, so I think honestly, getting Partey, I think he's definitely going to be leaving the club for sure, especially with Declan Rice going to Arsenal. There's definitely high rumors, and I think it's going to happen for sure. With him going to Arsenal, I think he's Thomas Partey is going to get much less playing time for sure. So I think AC Milan, I won't be surprised if he goes to AC Milan. I'm calling it now. Angel Di Maria and his return to Benfica, a matter of days. Time to prepare all the documents, check final details, and then sign contract as revealed yesterday. Di Maria only wanted to return, and it's now a matter of time. Contract until June. I think this is a great deal for for Di Maria. It's kind of the end as well. I think Di Maria is still a top player, man. He deserves to play in a top club for sure. But I mean, we'll see. I think maybe one season at Benfica. I mean, how old is Di Maria? How old is Angel Di Maria? 35 years old. I think maybe 1 or 2 seasons at Benfica, and then maybe retirements. Maybe go to the Saudi. Maybe to the MLS. Maybe he's gonna be going 1 season to Benfica, and then join Busquets and Messi at Miami in the MLS. You never know. That'd be pretty interesting. I could see that happening for sure. But I mean, for now, I think Benfica is a good place. Going back to one of his first clubs, and then I don't know. I think he's still a top player, so maybe either, as I said, he might stay in Europe still, or either go to a settlements league like the MLS. Bayern are informed on the condition of the deal of Pau Torres, one of the left-footed center backs in the list, in case Lucas Hernandez leaves the club to, of course, the best club in the world, PSG. Aston Villa remain key on signing Pau Torres. Unai Emery, big fan of the center back since Villarreal chapter. I mean, yeah, I think, guys, everybody slept on him. Was it last season? Yeah, last season when Villarreal had a crazy run in the UCL, knocking out Juve, knocking out Bayern, almost knocking out Liverpool as well. And I think Pau Torres was a key player in that center back for um Villarreal, and I think a lot of big clubs, as I said, like Bayern Munich, like Aston Villa, of course, no wonder because, of course, Unai Emery's stint at Villarreal, of course, he's gonna have experience with the players, chemistry with the players, so he wants him at Aston Villa. I think it's a good signing for Aston Villa. Him and Diego Carlos in that backline will be good, but even for Bayern, I think it's also a good left-footed for Lucas Hernandez. They're a team who like to play from the back. And I think you need like you can't really have a right-footed player on that left side when you're a team who wants to play on the back. You need a left-footed player on that left side for sure. So I think Bayern is also going to be looking out for this player as well. Kai Havertz first Arsenal signing, as deal will be completed in the next few hours. Here we go. 60 million guarantee fee, 5 million add-ons, long-term deals agreed, medical tests to be scheduled. Havertz will sign a contract this week. Documents are being prepared. Great deal for Arsenal. I think they definitely need a new striker. I mean, who's their striker right now? If I can think of it. Arsenal. Let's take a look at the Arsenal team. Gabriel Jesus. I guess it's Gabriel Jesus. What's his name? Not Nelson. No, is it Nelson? It could be Nelson. The young English player. Reece Nelson, not Reece Nelson. Actually, it might be Reece Nelson. I think those are the strikers right now Arsenal have. So I think Kai Havertz is going to be a great replacement for sure. Honestly, not a bad deal. Not a bad deal. I was thinking, like, does he play in that potential attacking mid role or that striker role? He probably going to play like a 4-4-2, a 4-1-2-1-2 type thing, 4-2-4 with like Havertz and Jesus up top in that strikers, Zach on the right wing, Martinelli left wing, and then I don't know, Declan Rice and Odegaard as those two center mids, and then whatever their backline is. Zinchenko, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu at right back. Maybe play a 3-back. I think a 3-back. Maybe with Zinchenko as center back as well wouldn't be a bad shout. Zinchenko. Actually, I don't think Zinchenko can play center back. He's kind of weak, man. Kind of weak. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe they rotate him into that position. Why not test it? Why not test it? More exclusive details on Kovacic's deal. Understand Man City will pay a guaranteed fee of 25 million to Chelsea. 5 million will be included in add-ons to be activated only if and when Man City will win the titles, not players' performances. Okay, so if Man City win titles with Kovacic at the club, then Chelsea will get another 5 million on add-ons. So yeah, pretty interesting there. I think it should be more of a performance-based because City are gonna win anyways. We already know that they've been dominating the Prem in the past 5-6 years. So I think that's pretty. They have a high chance that Chelsea know for sure. I think Chelsea did this on purpose. They said, "Oh, give us 5 million if the club wins the league because we know you have the highest chance every year on year out, that they're gonna win the league." So sure, and I think they know that that he's not gonna get 100% guarantee every game. There's definitely players like KDB, Rodri, Gundogan for sure, and actually Bernardo Silva is leaving the club, but there's like other players for sure that have like a higher chance of starting in for Kovacic instead. Understand Al Nasser have reached, yeah, we talked about this, 2026 great deal, revolution, man, the revolution. Same with him, yeah, N'Golo Kante, we talked about him. Right after Kovacic's deal, Man City will push again for a top target, Josko Gvardiol, as personal terms on the verge of being agreed with a Croatian center back. Negotiations needed with right back Leipzig, bro. I was about to say right back, bro. RB Leipzig, Red Bull Leipzig, as they want more than reported 80 million fee, still hoping to keep Josko. So I think he might want to go to to the Premier League. I know he said once he wants to play for Madrid. He wants to go to a bigger club anyway. So I think Man City's a pretty good team. They just won the treble as well. So it's gonna be a tempting league or tempting team to join. But I think we take a look at the way that Man City play. Man City formation. take a look at the way, like, how do they play? Because who would he really go in for? I know they play a 3-2-4-1. Yeah, Diaz, Stones, and Walker. And I know that they want to sell Cancelo so they can guarantee Walker to stay at the club. But I mean, I don't know, man. Because I know they either run Diaz, Stones, Walker, Ruben Diaz, Stones, and Nathan Ake, and then Rodri Gundogan in those two midfield spots. So if they get Gvardiol, where does Walker play? What happens to Nathan Ake? What happens to the where does I think Ruben Diaz is definitely a starter. John Stones into that CDM, Rodri and John Stones in that CDMs. Then Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz is that central one. Nathan Ake is the left one. Gvardiol is that right one. But then where does Walker play now? Because you probably have Erling Haaland up top, Foden on the left, KDB in that cam, Rodri Stones in those TDMs, Mahrez, I don't know, Walker on right mid in the attack. I don't know, maybe they'll test out Walker in that attacking area. Never know, but yeah, it's gonna be questionable like how they're gonna play. Yeah, of course, here's the deal on Declan Rice to Arsenal. West Ham are expected to reject second proposal from Arsenal for Declan Rice, 90 million total fee, 75 million plus add-ons. West Ham believe 50 million add-ons are also difficult to achieve. Hammers still expect Man City to enter the race this week. Damn, Man City, bro. And then see if Man City do end up getting Gvardiol and Declan Rice, then who's gonna be dropped? Too many competition in that City team, and the players might not be happy. So, I mean, I don't think this Man City deal, Declan Rice to City, is gonna happen. I think even the player wants to go to Arsenal instead, but stay in London, go to Arsenal. But I mean, you never know. You never know. As I mentioned, like, how are they gonna line up? João Cancelo will leave Manchester City this summer. Decision very clear on both player and the club side, looking for the best solution. One more reason for City to try extending Kyle Walker's deal. Barcelona remain most interested club in Cancelo, depending on financial fair play. Now I know João Cancelo wants to go to João Cancelo wants to go to Bayern or Barcelona, as it says clearly on here. But I mean, Madrid, bro. Madrid, bro. This is your time to shine. This is your time to shine. Carvajal replacement, man. This is your time. Do it. Please, Madrid. I know I'm a PSG fan, but Madrid, for God's sake, man. Why do you need Bellingham? Wait until next year. You could have got Bellingham for free and get João Cancelo for free as well right now. Come on, man. Come on. You have to get João Cancelo, man. Come on. Madrid, this is your time. This is your time. I know you rejected him. I mean, actually, I don't know if Madrid rejected him. I think City didn't want to sell to. Actually, I think that was City didn't want to sell to Barcelona, and then Madrid rejected. I think João Cancelo's board or his management offered him to Madrid, and Madrid rejected because at the time they didn't really need a fullback. But now, man, this is your time, bro. Get rid of Carvajal, and it works perfectly because instead of playing Valverde right back, you put João Cancelo right back, Camavinga left back, Rudiger and Eder Militao, those center backs, Courtois net, and then you have your normal midfield of Tchouameni, or Toni Kroos is that CDM, Jude Bellingham is right center mid, and then Valverde and or like Modric is that left center mid. Like, man, come on, it's your best shot, your best chance, the best fullback, man, the best fullback for that Madrid playstyle. The pass and go defensively, even in the attack, those crosses into this attack. I mean, right now, I think Madrid's main goal is to get a striker replacement for Benzema. I saw somewhere that like Harry Kane is most likely not gonna go now, but I mean, still, man, like who cares about trying to sign a striker right now? I think João Cancelo is a great replacement for, like, it's either now or never, or it's either now get one of the best right backs in the world, or best fullbacks, you can say. He plays right back and left back, or miss the opportunity and then you have to pay a fee to another club. I don't know, for Trent, for Reece James next year. Get him for free now. Get one of the best right backs in the row. I know they want to get Davies as well and stuff, but man, get him for free, man. Yeah, Christopher and Nkunku to PSG to Chelsea. I know PSG will get like a $10 million fee as well because not dollar, 10 million, whatever, 10 million currency fee because when they initially were sold to when we initially sold him to Leipzig, we put a release clause in there as well. I am incredibly happy. Big effort was made to bring me to the club. I want to show Chelsea supporters what I can do on the pitch. I mean, everyone thought the same thing would happen with Enzo Fernandes, with the other brick. Who's that brick, man? Not Musiala. Mudryk, bro. I mean, and Nkunku has been a great. He was definitely the Bundesliga top player last season. Even this season as well, he was probably up there as well. I don't watch much of the Bundesliga, but I think he had a pretty decent season as well this season. So I mean, hopefully he doesn't ghost like all the other ones we've seen. Rabiot free deal. Not easy to compete with Premier League proposals to join as a free agent, but Juve will insist until the end. Rabiot's answer expected in a few days. PSG, man, play it again. Our Shiza PSG board. Please just sign Rabiot, man. Bring him back to PSG like back in the day with the Ibra days, Cavani days. We need that Parisian, man. Not the. I don't think he's from Paris. I'm not sure. I think he might be from Marseille, but I'm not quite sure. But we need more of that French. Anyways, we need more of that French in the team, bro. Half our team is not even. We have one player who consistently starts every game, which is Kylian Mbappe. Other than that, we have no other French players at a French club who start every game, because Kimpembe was injured this season, and we have no one else. So I mean, where's the French? What is a French club for? If like half the players that start are not even French. I mean, it's not always like that. You take a look at, I mean, you take a look at Serie A teams. A lot of them have at least 2 or 3 or even 4 Serie A or Italian players starting. Same with Spanish teams. So not really Madrid, but you get what I mean. I mean, you used to be Madrid. You used to be with Sergio Ramos, Dani Carvajal, Asensio. You can, or yeah, maybe like Madrid here and there somewhat. But like a lot of teams, like usually, like we have one consistent starter for us, which is pretty sad. Yeah, Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes, as I said, him and Central Tonali in that midfield will be sick. Paris Saint-Germain are expected to seal deal with agreement with Luis Enrique this week, as final details are left are about coaching staff and their contracts. Luis has already accepted the job, as talks will enter into final stages in the next 24 or 8 hours. The final agreement is imminent. Luis Enrique is satisfied with the new contract, Neymar and Verratti to stay, and has other new plans. As reported yesterday, Luis Enrique will be appointed as PSG new head coach until June 2027. Matter of time will be official. Now, the likely arrival of Luis Enrique at PSG could change the plans for Marcus Thuram. The Spanish coach would favor other players for his game. I mean, I think Marcus Thuram, man, I think he's still an extraordinary player. He wants to keep Neymar. I think Verratti's a player who fits his play style. You can say somewhat similar to that. Not Iniesta, definitely not close to Iniesta play style. Maybe you could say if he was at a bigger club, people would be comparing him to Iniesta. Maybe big shout here, guys. Do I give a big shout here? Big shout. Honestly, as a PSG fan, man, I love Verratti, man. My favorite player. He's so good in defense, even on the ball. You can say the CDM Iniesta, bro. He's so good on the ball. It really reminds me of that more defensive-oriented version of Iniesta, you could say. Honestly, I might compare him to Iniesta, bro. If Verratti was at a bigger club like Barcelona, like Madrid or something like that, I think he would be up there in terms of all best midfielders of all time, for sure. Yeah, Marco Asensio to the club as well. But I mean, bunch of football news. Saudi League revolution. Let's end it off with, of course, a footy tic-tac-toe. Let's just go over here. Okay, it's starting. So let's go over here. Champions League, or I guess European. We're gonna start off with Dortmund, Bayern, of course, Lewandowski. Dortmund, England. We're gonna be going with Jude Bellingham. And then we're gonna go with Guerrero. Rafael Guerrero. Juve Bayern. We're gonna be going with Perisic. How do you spell this guy's name, bro? We have 2 minutes left. Perisic. Perisic, bro. I swear I spelled that. Nah, bro. Didn't he play? Oh no, he played in. Oh, Delict, man, Delict. Matthias Delict. Juve England. For Juve Portugal, we can say Cristiano Ronaldo. Ajax Bayern, we can yet again say Delict, honestly. Ajax England and Ajax Portugal. Let's think about this. Juve England, bro. My negative ball knowledge. Lampard played at Chelsea. Did he play at Juve? Don't waste. He played at Juve. Beckham played at AC Milan. Lineker. I think it's either Lineker or like one of those strikers. One of the old strikers, bro. One of the old bricks. One. Not Lineker. What's his name? What's the other guy's name? Alan Shearer. Brother, what's Juve English, bro? Negative ball knowledge. Ajax, England. More negative. Ajax, Portugal. Even more negative ball knowledge. Yeah, honestly, we are screwed. Okay, let's check. Juve England players. Bro, I better not. Bro, see how am I supposed to know my negative ball knowledge? Aaron Ramsey, but he's not English, bro. Aaron Ramsey's not English. And then let's check English Ajax players. Litmanen. No, he's not English. Bro, Ray Clark, like, brother. This is the top elite ball knowledge. Yeah, no, I'm not getting that either. And then Ajax Portugal. There's David Neres is Brazilian, man. Yeah, no. My negative ball knowledge is not getting any of these. For sure. Is there another one? Let's do one more. One more. One more. I think we're good. See, what are these random like ads, bro? That are coming up. Scam ads, bro. Here, I have an idea. Make it easier. Because the scammy websites, bro. Be going on a notepad, guys. Love to see it. Alright, so City Brazil, we're gonna be going with Gabriel Jesus. Gabby is like to say his nickname, Gabby Jesus. Barca, Brazil. We're gonna be going with Neymarzito. We're gonna be going Neymarzito for today. Atletico de Madrid. Atletico de Madrid. Brazilian, bro. Negative ball knowledge. Wasn't there one last year? Reinaldo? He African or is he Brazilian? Let's take a look at Reinaldo. African. One of those African nations. Brazil, Atletico, bro. Why is this? Isn't this like one of the easiest ones? We'll come back to that. City, Ajax. We're gonna be going with PH plays for Nathan Ake. Or is he at PSV? I think Ake, bro. I think Ake played at Ajax. Nathan Ake. He was at Chelsea when he was younger. I think he played at Ajax. He didn't, bro. Yet again, negative ball knowledge. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Negative ball knowledge. Love to see it. Love to see it. Barca, Ajax. Let's just go ahead and do Suarez. Ajax, Atletico. Let's just go ahead and do Suarez again. City, Lyon. Who played at Lyon? Literal definition of negative ball knowledge, guys. Yeah, I think we're gonna end it there. I'm tired as well, bro. I'm so tired. Maybe the negative ball knowledge tax. Let's take a look. Brazilian Atletico Madrid players. This one is easy, bro. Renan Lodi, bro. Renan Lodi. Yeah, he's in the Prem now. Mateus Cunha. And let's also take a look at City, Ajax players. Daily Blind, bro. Did he play for City as well? See, that's where my negative ball knowledge, bro. No ball knowledge. And what's his name? Lyon City players. Players that played for Olympic. I didn't even spell it right, bro. Oh. Jason Denayer. Ooh, yeah, that's center back. Did he actually play for City, bro? Yeah, what is he from? Belgium? Is he Belgian? And or Lyon and Barca. Who has played for Lyon and Barca? Bruh, nah. See, negative ball knowledge. Anyways, guys, that's gonna end off the episode. Guys, episode 52. We're at 47 or 46 subscribers on the YouTube. So yeah, thank you so much for the support, guys. Let's see if we can get up to 50 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Hoping to do something big at 50 subscribers. But yeah, as I said, over the summertime, very sorry, man. As I said, very tired over the past 2 weeks. So much final tests and stuff and like that. So yeah, my bad there. But yeah, that's gonna end off the episode, guys. If you guys went on to enjoy, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. For now, next episode will be, we'll see, because we don't know. I know not much football news anymore. Maybe IRL football video. We'll see. I'm going to play footy with my cousin this weekend, so I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do something there. Maybe I'll buy a GoPro, bro. What if I buy a GoPro and then do like a GoPro like on my chest, on my head, and do like some footy? That'd be pretty sick. Would be pretty sick. But anyways, for now, have a good one. Stay positive, stay flow, and I'll see you later. Peace. Good one.